What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's Apple TV Plus original review of Come From Away. This, of course, was created by Irene Sankoff and David Hein. Now, if you like what you see on this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below on any video to watch, including this one. So similar to Hamilton, Come From Away is the film version of the Broadway musical, the Tony Award-winning musical, about a group of individuals or a town called Gander, which is in Newfoundland, who basically combined their efforts together after the September 11th attacks, and about 39 planes ended up, landing in their country because of the simple fact that everything was kind of closed down, the airports were closed down, and in the process there were about 7,000 displaced souls who were stuck in this town for about 4 or 5 days. And so it basically focuses on several individuals. It focuses on a gay couple, a black couple, a Muslim couple, and so on and so forth. A couple other couples of a mother whose son was in the World Trade Center attacks, and it deals with like how individuals deal with the whole situation of homophobia and xenophobia and racism and all that good stuff. But it also deals with the simple fact of how one town changed the lives of so many people by just being good individuals, by being not looking past the color and creed and who they were and how they were. And every single song in this movie deals with this particular individual and how they were changed by everything this town of Gander did for them and how it meant for them and so on and so forth. So it's basically a story about human culture and human mind and human ideologies, and how a simple incident, and it's not really simple, but how an incident of this scale really makes people come together in a very family-like environment, I guess you could say. And it's much more complex than that. There's a lot of moving pieces and parts, as most musicals do. And in essence, similar to Hamilton, this allows people who are either in the middle of a pandemic, who can't really afford to go on watch a show on Broadway, who are just not that type of person, to allow them to see what it takes for a Broadway musical to be put together, and how it is formed, and how 13 individuals, which is pretty much how many people are in this musical, can kind of make the whole story work. And you can watch an individual play like 6 different characters, and even though they're going back and forth so quickly, it makes it very simplified and very easy to follow in a justifiable sense. And so with that said, musicals like this are very unique for me. They're some of the most mesmerizing stuff to watch, because if you look at stuff like this or Sweeney Todd or even like Once, they take actors and actresses and they allow them to basically multiply themselves and basically create interesting kind of dichotomy when it comes to characters and how they portray these characters and how they have to switch the roles to different characters so quickly, and how they use their costume in different ways and stuff like that. And it's a very unique experience because, for instance, Sweeney Todd, will go into that realm. Sweeney Todd is based off the Stephen Sondheim play or musical, and each person, at least in the updated version, each person plays an instrument, each person has their own musical moments, each person has to do several different things. And when you watch it, it's so mesmerizing, so kind of mind-boggling how intense it is, how they have to know so much, how they have to keep on pace with everything. Doing Broadway musical, there's a reason why actors and actresses like to do it, because it allows them to really express themselves in a minimal experience. And similar to, I would say something like Rent or something like that, there's not much like a set piece movement. There's just the same static set, and they're able to do so much with that. And so when it comes to Come From Away, it's a very similar experience. You have like a very small set with some wooded area. You have the turntable style environment that even Hamilton had, which is, I think, a revolutionary in a lot of aspects, because it allows them to do a lot of cool things in a lot of minimal spaces. And in essence, this musical is something that I've been wanting to see for quite a while, but it hasn't toured anywhere, or I haven't been able to afford it. To be able to get the chance to at least see it on some kind of form of media, it's an astounding musical. It's one of the best musicals I've seen in the last decade, because it's so powerful, so emotional, so funny, so irreverent, so impotent with what it's trying to do, that I understand why one of the actresses was nominated for Tony. The musical itself was nominated for Tony. It uses the concepts and ideas of allowing these characters and these actors and actresses to just do multiple parts, to do multiple voice works. Some of these actors are doing like Canadian voices or English voices and American voices, and it's just you start to become astounded by just how much this level of creativity creativity and level of work that the book writers and the music writers have just come up with, and that's just such an amazing thing to watch. That's why some of the most amazing musicals are one static shot locations that just they do so much with. They use chairs in such interesting ways in this musical, with either being on a plane or a bus. There's one individual who plays a gay guy, and then he plays a Muslim guy who's dealing with xenophobia and homophobia, and you have like the black guy who's very suspicious, or he's worried that they're going to steal his wallet because they're so open and stuff like that. And it's just an incredible thing to kind of watch and start to see unfold. Like I said, when you have one woman who is a reporter and she is in love with another guy and so on and so forth, it's just an incredible thing to watch, and I had so much fun watching it. I felt so many emotions watching it. And the fact that it takes place right after September 11th, like right on September 11th to about a few days after, makes it that much more impactful because it respects the nature of September 11th, but it also gives us a newfound look into a really true story, which, like I said, I didn't know was a true story. And that makes me appreciate the culture in the world in a very scary situation that much more respected, because these people, they did not have to help these people. They did not have to be good-natured people. They could have been very nasty human beings, but you can see it and you see how they treated everyone, and it's an incredible musical. I highly recommend it, especially if you like musicals and you haven't been to the Broadway or Broadway across America to see it. It's incredible how kind of kinetic and impactful, and just kind of for an hour and 45 minutes you're just kind of enthralled by watching it. It has great songs, very catchy. Some of the actors in here are pretty impressive with what they're doing, and with the minimal amount of stage stuff, with like only chairs and a couple set pieces, it does a really nice job, and I was really impressed. So like Hamilton, it's very interesting to watch a stage production on TV, but it is definitely worth it, especially if you have no ability to watch this live on stage and so on and so forth. So, but there you go, that's my take on this film version of the Broadway musical that is Come From Away. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below, let me know what your favorite Broadway musical is, favorite Broadway play, all the good stuff. But if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.